How's it going, y'all? Warhorse here with BeyondReturnGaming. Welcome back to another World of Tanks video. This time, a random battle recognition. That's right, these are the kind of replays in which I'm not the star of the show, it's you guys. The ones out there fighting alongside. I'm just a co-star or along for the ride because, well, either I do something amazing with you and we have some really good teamwork chemistry, or I'm absolute trash and you end up carrying the team. For today's replay, we're on Fisherman Bay War, and I am in the IKV-90B, the Tier 7 Swedish tank destroyer. It's a stealthy little tank destroyer, and a pretty decent one at that. The only major complaints I have with this tank destroyer is kind of the lack of armor and health, but that's kind of to go with most of the Swedish tank destroyers and quite a few tank destroyers in game. But the IKV-90B, to me anyways, has just overly ultra thin armor, not enough hit points, and the gun, while having decent penetration and damage per shot, the accuracy seems to be a little mediocre for such a tank. But it's a pretty good tank destroyer. If I had to compare this thing, it would be kind of like a Jagdpanther, but without the armor of a Jagdpanther, but still better than like a Stern Waffenträger. It's a pretty good tank destroyer. In fact, for this match, I was going for the UDES, the Tier 8, and so I had like a 3x XP booster running, and this game was to dictate whether or not I got the UDES or not. So, platooned up with Azrael, Mad Dog, and Utterable 7, I move up into a position over here in the bushes, standard tank destroyer setup, and just kind of wait for some targets. See a batch at 12 ton, don't really have much of a shot at him. There's a medium tank over there, and I'm not about to try to pronounce the name of that medium tank because I can't. I have tried it, and I still don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to attempt to butcher it. Sitting here, boring myself out of my mind because I do not like playing tank destroyers in this role, but I'm forced to because this is a Tier 8 match and I don't have that great of armor. But I'm not going to have you sit through all this. No. Like I said, I'm not the star of this show, I'm merely a co-star to this. So we're going to move over to something a little bit more exciting in today's star of the show. This is FieryFight 2500 and the Batchat 12 ton. And he's doing a pretty typical light tank job here. He's running around at the front line doing spotting because he's got 2 tank destroyers and a medium tank behind him who are going to utilize said spotting damage, as you can see, to pummel this medium tank into submission, and at least that's what he would hope if I could pin him. I'm pretty sure through the course of the match I fire like 7 shots at him and only 1 ever penetrated. Running 2 repair kits and a small first aid, you can see that he doesn't really care about fires in his Batchat. If anything, he's more concerned about an engine getting knocked out or his tracks getting blown off and being able to fix it twice rather than have to sit there for the rest of the match and deal with a damaged engine or track. But he's doing a darn good job of just spotting these guys, just constantly being an active scout. He's more than likely running coated optics for such an aggressive setup. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just completely running the tank with no equipment. But he's doing a darn good job as he comes over here and spots up some tanks making a push. A Spyglass and another Batchat 12 ton. But he decides with all the tanks behind him, it's probably best not to sit on that ridge for too long. So he's going to stick down here. He's going to try to move up and help support the rest of the team against these 2 light tanks. And this is where we're going to switch back to my point of view and what happens next. So, kind of rewinding, you're going to see FieryFight moving down the right side of the screen there as I'm taking aim over at the AMX AC-46. He's going to move along the ridge line. I'm still trying to get some shots over on the AMX. There's a Sherman Jumbo over there, and eventually a KV-122 does appear. And with that medium tank on 10 HP, I do wind up loading a heat round. Still can't pin him. I was even hoping for just splash damage to finish him off, but I never even got that. And thankfully, we're able to handle the 2 light tanks. We made one fall back a little bit, and the other one's dead. But the scores are not in our favor. Over half of our team's dead, and the enemy team they've only lost a platoon. They've lost 5 tanks. So we better start doing something pretty quick, otherwise we're going to lose this match really fast. And thank heavens the KV-122 shows up, and I'm finally able to put my second round of damage into a tank. Because we're going on 4 minutes into this match, and he's the only person I'm able to pin for a second time. This shot right here. 4 minutes in, and I'm finally able to do some damage that actually means something. And thankfully, he's able to sit there because I'm able to put another round into him. And from this position, it's 5 of us versus 10, outnumbered 2-1, and most of the teams up in the northwest corner of the map, we do not have map control, and we do not have numbers on our side. This is going to get interesting really fast. And for this, we're going to switch back over to Fiery's point of view, because he's going to have a much more illustrious little career here. He moves back up, and you can tell he's gunning for this medium tank, because they need to take out this medium tank. If we can take out the medium tank, that frees up his 6 o'clock position to come back behind all the tanks that are pushing us and start laying that drum into him. So he comes over, medium tank misses him, he's gonna take the shot, M44 though steals it, and I'm pretty sure that round would have penetrated because it was the side of a Centurion. And so he moves up, now pretty relatively free to engage the 3 tanks now contesting me and the Sensei medium tank. He's moving into position, but he's still doing his spotting. He's not quite sure he wants to make the push. I'm pretty sure he's going for a reload right now, so he can have full magazine capability. He takes aim at the AMX, but switches target back to the KV-122. He puts 1 shot into him, puts a 2nd round into him. He's going to lay the 3rd shot into him. Falls back in case the KV-122 tries to retaliate. Fires his 4th shot, hits him in the track. I'm able to take out the Sherman Jumbo. Now he's going for a reload, and he's going to dip back down behind the hill while he's reloading and try to close the distance, because there are still 3 tanks over there. We're duking it out. Sensei's taking some hits. I'm pulling back. Fiery's going to try to move in. Just as the M44 fired his last shot, the Hellcat 105 ends up derping him, and there's 4 of us versus quite a bit of tanks, but he's about to make the numbers a little bit more on our side as he comes around with a full magazine, takes aim at the AMX, 1 shot, 2 shots, takes aim at the KV-122, puts his 3rd shot in, and with the 4th shot manages to take out 2 tanks for a nice little double kill. Now the Batchat 12-ton on the enemy team takes aim at him, fluffs the 1st shot, I come around and ram him, and we're going to switch back to my point of view and see exactly how that all went down, because as the Sensei goes down, here we see Fiery manage to getting his 2 kills. He's making a run for it. The Batchat fluffs his shot. I know he's not looking at me. I go for a ram. Fall back. He fluffs his 2nd shot, and I'm able to move up, knowing that he's not going to be paying much attention to me, and get the kill right as the Top 2 narrowly misses me again. Now, I know artillery is reloading, and probably close to being reloaded, so I need to get some cover. So I start making some tracks. I'm running for the nearest bit of cover, which is that rock, and it gets really close. With less than 400 HP in this tank, it's a little nail-biting to listen to artillery coming in. Hellcat 105 gets spotted by Fiery. Gonna put 1 round into him. He's gonna try to get out of there, but I'm able to put a 2nd shot into him just as he disappears off. And even though I can still see him, he gets behind the hill, and I'm not able to shoot him. While Fiery moves in for the Hellcat, I start taking aim at the Tog 2, who is right out in the middle of the open, has no cover, and makes himself quite an easy target. Unfortunately, the enemy M44 takes out our last tank destroyer over there, leaving us 2 versus 3. Thankfully, though, Fiery's able to take out the Hellcat 105, and this poor Tog 2, after being tracked, can't rotate the turret fast enough to keep up with Fiery, who just outmaneuvers him. That allows me to pump round after round after round into this Tog 2, racking up probably the most bit of damage for me, not gonna lie. But, hey, 1400 damage is 1400 damage, and even though he pops off a radar and takes a valiant last shot at me, well, he's a Tog 2. He's a pretty big target to try to shoot at. And that leaves us 2 versus 2, but it's not over yet. Tiger 1 rolls around, he's on really good HP, and I'm trying to tell Fiery, hey, fall back. I'm ready to fire, but please, whatever you do, don't go after that Tiger 1 by yourself, because I can't stand but maybe 1-2 shots from him. So Fiery, doing the intelligent thing, and I'm pretty sure he didn't need me telling him to do it, falls back and lures the Tiger 1 in. I put 1 round in, and Fiery is just maneuvering for his life here. He's doing an excellent job of just keeping the Tiger 1 guessing. My 2nd round hits him in the track. Fiery says, right, enough of that. I'm going to start fighting back too. He puts 1 shot in. With his 2nd shot, he damages the turret. I put a round in. 3rd shot misses. His 4th shot hits. And with that, while he's reloading, I take out the Tiger 1. That is some good teamwork. And that could have went so bad because going up against the Hellcat 105 and a light tank, he could have easily been derped. The Tog 2 was at really good HP, and so is the Tiger 1. And with that, it's pretty much game. I mean, the M44 would be really lucky or really skilled to hit a Batchat 12-ton full speed. And we all know where that artillery is. He's back behind these little buildings over here. He's going to be hiding, maybe shotgun mode, but as it would turn out, he's still in top-down mode. So, with one shot, and with the second shot, that secures kill number 4 for FieryFight. If you were to ask FieryFight how that round went, he would say he got lucky, and that the Tiger 1 couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if he was in it. But to me, I would say he's a pretty darn skilled little light tank commander, because with 4 kills and doing just shy of 3,000 damage himself while spotting for 4,057 damage, he carried his team because he spotted for as much damage as I almost did. That's a lot. So, round of applause for FieryFight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Hope to catch you in the next one.